Yo, what's going on, guys? Sona is one of the strongest supports in the game right now, if not the strongest support to autopilot on and win. The main reason why she is shot up from being extremely obscure and useless to being a bit overpowered is because of the changes, right? Did a massive patch a couple days ago, and support items got massive buffs. Right now, Sona and John are kind of tied up with Milio for the strongest support in the game. Echoes of Helia is the most picked enchanter support item in the game. And it's also the most rushed as well. It's super cheap, super strong, gives you more damage, gives you more healing, and all the stats you need. After Echoes of Helia, we're going to rush down Ardent Censer, and then we're going to go straight for the Staff of Flowing Water. You could go Redemption third item as well. That is an option. Any of your empowerments, your Q, W, or E will apply your area. So we want to stand close to our jungler here. Whoever you're standing closest to is who your area will go to. They'll get that juicy shield. Anyone inside of your Q, their next auto attack will do extra damage. Anyone inside of your W gets the shield, and the closest person gets the heal, and then your E speeds everyone up inside. Up against a Sona, kind of annoying since she infinitely scales. I think our comp can pull it off though. We want to find our little Q pokes on her. Going for an auto attack. We had our power chord ready for that. These guys are playing up really far. Nyla's pretty much useless early game. I don't like playing with Nyla's. Every time our Q's up, ideally, we want to poke the enemies with it, especially if Tribute's ready. If Tribute's ready and Q's ready, then we need to be poking. Here comes the Silas. We're going to hit him with a Q auto. I kind of want to bait this out a little bit. I'm going to heal nice and early because Silas is coming up from behind. Flash Q auto. We'll go ahead and speed up our teammates here. They didn't want to follow it, so in hindsight, I should have taken W. Oof, that almost killed me. Holy crap, that almost killed me. Looks like Nyla's wanting to push here. Silas is looking for it. Speed us up into it. Get her with the Q auto. Down she goes. Our damage didn't connect, but our speed up helped out there a little bit, getting Nyla in range. It's cool how Nyla gives you some extra XP. Very nice. Go ahead and heal ourselves up. When it comes to fighting enemy champions, against melee champs, you're typically looking to hit them with an E power chord to slow them down. So like a Tryndamere or Jax who's on your carry. An E empowerment's pretty good. Against someone who just has high damage in general, a W power chord against them to make them do less damage is very solid. In the early game on Sona though, kind of pre-6, pre-teamfight mode, it's generally best to simply use your Q power chord because it does the most damage. Because in the early game, realistically, the AD carry and the support are doing the same amount of damage anyways. Everyone in the game is doing roughly the same amount of damage. To where, is it really worth using a damage reduction power chord? In most cases, no. If we're just poking or trying to chunk someone down, we're always going to use the Q power chord, particularly early on, because it gives us the extra damage on our next auto attack. Our mana flow is stacking up a little bit. Those Silas ganks are extremely helpful. Typically, you don't get early kills on Sona because people don't want to gank for her. I'm glad he was willing to take that chance since Kaisa and Sen are so gankable. Walk up, try to reach him with a Q, couldn't reach. I want to hit him with power chord. My range is 550, standard 80 carry auto attack range. And our Q outranges that. So our Q is similar to a Caitlyn auto range. Q auto. We got her with the shield and the heal there. Try to get that low. Here comes the Silas. Very nice. We'll get our shield on both of my teammates here. We need to get a ward in the bush. There it is. We got a Q on her into an auto. Our auto didn't get the connect because Nyla got the kill. Another great gank from the Silas. Your toughest matchups on Sona are typically late game matchups. Zilean, Taric, and Swain are the most challenging, particularly in the late game. Hook supports can be challenging early on, but as long as you don't get hooked, you outscale them so freaking hard they lose by default in the late game. But Taric, Swain, and Zilean late game are very, very tough. Zilean R is Zilean double stun. The Taric R is so tough to deal with. And then Swain, since Sona's not a high damage champion, can't burst him, can't heal, cut him naturally through the kit, and Sona doesn't want to take Ignite, it's hard to actually get rid of Swain, and he keeps AoE melting and slowing your team with his Rylai's. It's usually best to go for a Bandle Glass Mirror first. There it is. Because we want the mana regeneration. The Chalice of Blessing gives you more health regeneration based on your mana regeneration. For every additional 25% base mana regeneration. So I don't really like going this item first. I would rather have the extra AP and whatnot instead of the health. Now, maybe if you're up against a point-and-click support like an Annie or a Pantheon, you might go Chalice first for the HP, but in a passive lane like this, I'd much rather have the Bandle Glass Mirror first item. We'll go ahead and get our control ward down. If you want to keep getting ganks, lay your control ward, lay it towards the back of the bush. Lay it farthest away as you can from the enemies, from them taking it. That way they have to overcommit for it. And then we have a ward here so we know when they're going to commit for it. If you don't lay a control ward, or if you don't have an oracle, there's no reason your jungler should gank for you. Looks like Nyla's wanting to freeze it here. We can step up and look for a mana flow. We can E into a Q. We have enough mana to speed up, then look for the Q. Just like so. We found the power chord on her. Not a bad trade, honestly. I have so much mana regeneration. Got her with the Q. Very nice. We'll shield ourselves. Power chord is ready to use. We could speed up Q auto onto the Kaisa. That is the plan. I don't really know where their jungler's at though. Alright. I guess we're fighting this all in. Gonna shield her, speed up. I'm holding on to my heal because I don't want to burn that early. I'll kill steal it. She flashes for it for whatever reason. I'll heal her. I think that turret shot was gonna kill if I didn't press heal. Not bad. Very nice. Nyla hit 6, forced the all in. They're super far behind in XP. That was a good forced confrontation by her. Even if your 80 carry is... Oh, I was just gonna leash on that. Even if your 80 carry is really passive, that's fine. Sona shines in the late game. You don't have to get kills in lane. Just got to get Echoes of Hylia, ideally without dying. Let's get Tribute off the turret real quick. Get the heal down. We'll back off. You speed up to get away. There's somebody over here. Their Elise hasn't done anything this game. Silas went for the Mej Rush first item. I love to see that. I love playing Mej Rush first item on Evelynn jungle, Shaco jungle. Any kind of spam gank AP jungler feels really good on. We can get Chalice of the Blessing now. Give us loads of HP regeneration. And we get more the more mana regeneration we have. Cool. Interesting. 50% base mana regeneration. They're both a 950, so the only real difference is more ability haste, more AP versus more HP. I'm surprised they both give 50% base mana regeneration. Because if the enemies have a chance of bursting you, like I said, an Annie or a Pantheon or a Draven or something, then you would want to go Chalice Blessing pretty much every time before you get Bandle Glass Mirror. In this specific matchup though, since Nyla has a shorter range than I do, I think she has 525 or 500. They're always going to be focusing her first because she's always going to be closest to them. So in this specific matchup, Bandle Glass is better first than a Chalice. I'm trying not to scare her away. I'm going to flash, slow her down with my power chord. She's got nowhere to go. Got the speed up onto him. Fed another slow power chord on her head. I think my R just came up. Hopefully that wasn't up the whole time. Let's go ahead and check for words. It's not worded. He's looking for the dive. He's going for it. And he just barely died. That sucks. He lost all of his mesh and shut down. That was not worth. He needed to just wait. There's no reason to force it that fast. Let's get this in a better slot. At least we get some turret plates out of it. That's the good news. The bad news is Silas just lost his mesh. Apparently had enough stacks. He's at 15. So he still has some at least, but he doesn't have 10, which is the sweet spot. We can use our Q to push wave. Let's go ahead and try to set up a power chord here. My R is ready as well. I think we can kill here if they step up. We'll go ahead, tap her with the R, Q auto, E in, auto W auto. Got the kill. I'm very low though. I didn't have enough mana to do anything. Hopefully Nyla's exhaust just barely came up, because otherwise she basically just watched me die. She exhausted very late. But who knows, maybe it just came up. She gets the kill, gets out. That's solid. We'll take it. At least she didn't die. I assume I had a lesser shutdown than her. Yeah, by a little bit. Now that we have Echoes of Helia, loads more healing and loads more damage. It's super easy to use on Sona as well. You can go for Swifties or for Lucids. I think I'd rather have Lucids. You need a pill for the Nyla. She shouldn't have given herself up for that. Not worth. So anyways, damaging an enemy champion grants you a soul shard, so you can hit with an auto or with a Q. Up to a maximum of 2 shards. So if I hit 2 enemy champions with a Q, I get my 2 shards instantly. Then healing or shielding my ally champion, which I can heal or shield them with literally any ability because of Aerie. At that point, it will consume the shards, thus giving my ally a 20 to 100 heal, and it deals 30 to 200 damage against the closest enemy champion by default. That is huge. And then gain 3 ability power per 25% base mana regeneration. Very cool. This item's cracked. Way too much damage. You don't even have to think about it. You don't even think. You just heal your teammate and it does damage to the enemies. We'll go ahead and get this first turret. Sucks that we bled away all of our shutdown gold. It's generally best to max your W first or second. Max your E last. But it's also viable to max your W first. You don't have to max it second. Generally for carrying though, Q max first is best. We're going to take down her damage output there with W power chord, whip her with the R, Q auto. I'm going to heal away. I really need my teammate to finish the kill. Is she hitting anybody there? Holy crap. Not entirely sure what happened in that fight. I would think Nyla would be able to kill them faster than that though. I guess not. Just seemed like we're getting chased. She wasn't able to auto attack for whatever reason. Gale Force on Nyla. I don't think I've seen that before. Alrighty, second item rush. Ardent Sensor, super good. Giving more attack speed to a champion like Nyla. 20 ability haste. I don't really want that. I'd rather have Ardent Sensor. More mana here. The extra, yeah, exactly. So the Ardent Sensor doesn't give AP. It gives your ally magic damage on hit. So whenever they auto attack, it just does extra damage essentially. And it gives them attack speed. So Ardent Sensor is perfect for this. Q auto. Nice by the Silas. Could probably run these guys down. I believe. Got my W power chord ready. Got the ward into the hill. She's got nowhere to go. She's a goner. You pretty much just get the button mash at this point. Got 9 mana regen per second. We could even pick up tier if we really wanted to. Against their team, they don't have that much healing, but if they do have a lot of healing, Chempunk Chainsword is basically your best item in the game. Chempunk's insane. I don't know why it's not favorited here. It's one of Sona's highest win rate items in the game. Land the stun. It does nothing. No one's ready to follow up. It is what it is. We got to limit test our damage output there a little bit. I'm out of mana. We can get down some autos here though. E-power chord. She's slowed. Silas is probably going to die here. I gave him the shield off my area, but he's tanking. Oh wait, I'm tanking. Wait, why am I tanking there? Guess we ran out of minions? Maybe I hit the enemies with my Q. Didn't think I was in range. Time to reset. Time it is. Per level, the heal goes up by 15. Shield goes up by 20. So 35 extra total. Pick up the Ardent Sensor for the extra attack speed and on-hit magic damage. Sona can play with any AD carry. She can play with Shredders, ideally, because of Ardent Sensor. She also plays fine with champions who just sit back a bit more like a Jhin, because you can speed them up, help them to kite things out. Sona is basically a battleship Lulu. The longer the game goes, she gets typically more impactful than Lulu, other than not having the polymorph. Just pretend the enemy champion has an Olaf or something. Lulu's not that useful against an Olaf or Morgana Black Shield. Sona's high value against everything, really. If the enemy support has Nautilus R, something you can't escape, you could always go for Zhonya's, but if you position just a little bit farther back and you're ready to use your E, you can typically get out of it. Hit him with the slow power core. She's not really kiting it because she doesn't need to. In a situation like that, hitting him with the damage reduction power core is more ideal. She's 2 full item though. I didn't need to use R. We need to speed up into this chick. Get her with the slow power core, WQ. Very nice. I wasn't really worried about Silas dying. I was just trying to slow her so we could kill her faster. This is a good Rift Herald. This game's wrapping up nicely. We can apply Ardent Sensor to both of them at once here. 5-man Ardent Sensor is very balanced. Sona's the only support in the game who can constantly 5-man apply the Ardent Sensor attack speed and on-hit damage. This is a decent game for her. We have a lot of on-hit on our team with Yasuo auto-spam, Silas auto-spam from his passive, Talon auto-Q, and the Nyla. Ardent Sensor is going to pull a lot of weight. Elise is in trouble, man. Oh. Might have been able to reach him with the heal. We're on the chase, baby! E. Just finish him off with the Q. Alright, that's good enough. 12 mana regen per second. Very balanced. I'm ready to pull out the R if they get a little bit closer. They're just not getting close enough. Whew, running out of mana a little bit here. Could pick up a tier. Perhaps picking up a it's another support item will give us the mana we need. All the support items for the most part give mana regeneration. Tier is solid though on Sona. There's no reason not to get a tier at this stage of the game. The shield you get from Seraphs makes it impossible for people to kill you. What are we going for now? I guess we'll pick up tier, go for redemption. I don't think we need Staff of Flowing Water necessarily. I mean, it might actually be good for the Silas, the extra AP and 20 ability haste for his ability spam. We'll go Staff into redemption. We'll grab tier first. Random fight happening over there. 80 carry bleeds away some shutdown gold. I kind of want to play some Mez Rush Silas jungle. That'd be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and pick up that tier. We can stack it really quick. We'll sell that and go straight for Staff of Flowing Water. Lots of movement speed, man. 5% movement speed on Ardent. And we're going to get 5% from Staff of Flowing Water. I like how Thornmail is classified as a support item. We're sitting at 55 ability haste, which equates to 35% cooldown reduction. We should get the assist off that. Mejai's is certainly still viable on Sona. You can still play her with Mej. Similar to a Janna. Give him the speed up. There's somebody over here. Get her with the damage reduction there. Into shield spam, very nice. Get him with the RQ, hit him with the heal, and my real heal. And that's a double apparently. I didn't realize I got either one of them. I wasn't trying to. Just spamming abilities to give my teammates bigger heals from Echoes of Helia. And it's done 1000 damage against enemy champs and 1300 healing. Echoes of Helia is really strong. Looking at damage dealt to enemy champions, we almost did more than our AD carry, and in fact, we did more than our mid and top combined on Sona support. Not building even AP items really, just support items. Pretty solid. Damage taken, middle of the pack for ally healing, the most by far. Ally shielding, most by far. For runes, high value. All in all, Sona's crazy right now. Her, Janna, and Millia are all tied up for the #1 support in the game. She's a really good autopilot champion. The game goes late game, it's perfect. Just make it to at least level 6, make it to at least Echoes of Helia without dying, and you're pretty much good to go on a huge power spike. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is KingStix. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.